Today I am honored to have Kevin Savage, actor, model, singer. Bro, you can sing?
Sing a little bit, just a little something. There, I've been in numerous community plays and productions, but I knew that I didn't want to stop there. But I kept hitting this like ceiling, and I said, well, I can't stay here. I love my city, but it's just not giving me the opportunities that I need to go ahead and expand. I knew I wanted to get into film and television, and so I did some research.
So now Atlanta is that go-to place for people who want to get into the industry. You have an event that is going to help a lot of men.
Yes.
Not just in Atlanta, but anybody that's interested in traveling to Atlanta to attend. The event is called Leading Men in Film and Television.
Yep.
Can you talk more about that?
So leading men in film and television is pretty much an idea that I came up with because there's a lot of panels going on, right? About, with actors but for me, every time I've experienced an acting panel, it gave one perspective, right? You have the actors, they answer questions and that's it. I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to do something that was, that brought not just actors together, but also industry professionals, right? Directors, producers, writers, right? As well as the actor, right? Who wants to get into it, but, they don't know how to get into the industry, right? And even if you're not an actor, just someone who wants to be motivated and inspired, because there's something for everyone to come out and to, get something from this panel. And so my goal is really to bring everybody together in one room and not just hear from a bunch of actors, but actually get to speak to an agent and possibly get signed, right? I really want action to come out of this. I don't want this to be another panel people go to and be like, oh, that was good, cool, and keep it moving. Now I want people's lives to be affected. I want people to know that when they come to a Leading Men of Film and Television panel, they're going to get not just knowledge, but to know how to go about the industry and what it is they need to do, and actually, if they get lucky, get signed to an agency or meet a director or a casting director who could give them their next job.
So the event, I think, is amazing. I remember when Kevin called me and he was like, Shell, I got this great idea. We're gonna, actually he said, I wanna have, 5 of these incredible actors. It'll be me, and he started naming off all the names. He knew exactly who he wanted, and we're gonna do. I know it's gonna be great, and I'm gonna have somebody host it. It's gonna be, and I was like, awesome. So what I tell everybody is, Bruce, let me know how I can help. How can I help you? He was like, well, you're gonna host it, of course. And so we kind of together came to this realization, and maybe we should partner more on it as opposed to like host but let's partner on this and figure this thing out. And so that's how I really got integrally involved in the panel. And yeah. It's growing.
Who's involved in trying to figure out rolling out this idea?
He knew the actors he wanted, and he went and he got each of those actors. There was one actor that couldn't do it. He had a very specific vision, and he went and he tapped the people that he wanted, and because he acted on what it was supposed to be, it manifested exactly like he needed it to. Right. I think even now it looks different than what he thought it was. I think the original vision is the same, but this thing has garnered legs.
Yeah, but the objective is the same.
The objective is absolutely.
You guys went into this project wanting to help
That's right.
people succeed.
That's right.
And so basically that's what this event is about.
That's right.
Helping people that want to understand the entertainment industry.
Yeah, he said, I want to give actors a platform to have access to, one, actors like myself to whom they'd never had access, industry professionals to whom they'd never have access, right? So that they can be inspired, be motivated, and figure out exactly what they need to do to, one, break into the industry, or to book consistent work. The motivation was always the fundamental piece to that was like, how am I helping other people, right? And he came to somebody, me, who lives to do that. Like, how do we help?
How will you help people interested or males interested in acting get into the industry?
Yeah, just quick point, it's not open just to males. Anybody can come. We want all of you to come. If you're interested in acting, if you're acting right now, if you're not booking consistently, we want you at Atlanta on January 21st, right? But it's leading men.
Leading men.
It's leading men.
So that's a good name then.
It is leading men.
You're bringing women, but you're saying it's leading men.
Well, who else to get a whole bunch of women in the audience, but like 4 good-looking guys, right? I mean,
well, you got Kevin.
He does all right. That's okay.
Because it's about mindset.
That's right.
It's about perseverance, and there are other traits that you have to have in order to be successful. You can have talent,
yeah,
but if you don't have a will to succeed,
yeah,
you're never going to succeed. So,
yeah.
How are you guys going to articulate that to the people that attend?
So I don't want to give all the secrets away, right?
Yeah.
But I have designed questions that are going to enable this panel to provide insight back to people that will, one, teach them, first of all, what mindset do you have to have in order to withstand this? Because Kevin will say all day long, I mean, and any actor, if you talk to any of them, this is mostly rejection. This role is great, it's just not great for you, right? You're great for this role, but just not in this particular movie.
But how many times can you hear that?
I mean, apparently thousands, because look at all ask, have you asked Kevin how many times he's been rejected? Ask Brad Pitt how many times he got rejected before.
Kevin doesn't seem like he gets rejected a lot.
Kevin gets rejected constantly. Let me just tell you. Yes, oh my gosh. Yeah, he gets it. But let me tell you.
The guy as talented as that?
Yeah, that's the point. But when you get those yeses, and when you get the big yeses, I mean, Kevin is a leading man. He's got a leading movie coming out later this year. He's starring in movies right now, airing on network TV. I mean, he gets the right yeses.
So he just doesn't stop. He'll get a yes. He'll get a role.
Say that again.
And then he'll go audition for other roles.
Say what you just said again.
So he keeps it going.
You said he doesn't stop.
He doesn't stop.
And when people come to this panel, they're going to learn, how do you not stop? But let me tell you something. Most people who call themselves actors, they stop. They get dejected because they're getting rejected. And you can't, the mindset has to be I know this is what I'm supposed to do. I know I'm good at what I'm doing. I know that eventually the right yeses will come. And that's what they're going to hear from the panel.
What are you eyeing in the future?
Absolutely. So shout out to Octet Productions, Chuck and Bree West. Their production based in DC. And so it was really fun working with them. They have a production that we just shot and aired this Christmas, a Wesley Christmas, starring myself, Jasmine Guy, Dorian Wilson. And so we just shot that and it's airing right now on BET. We're doing a second one, actually. It's called A Wesley Wedding. We have a 3-movie deal. So that's going to be airing in December of this year. And then next year, you guys will be able to check out A Wesley Vacation as well. So we have that going on. I also got to work with Denise Boutte in Games of Deceit. It's my first lead in the film. That's going to be airing on BET Plus, and that's going to be airing sometime later this year. And also you can check me out on I Got a Story to Tell, second episode. I got the opportunity to work with some really great people, Young Jock, Delicious, and a few other people. And so I'm moving.
My thought and my goal is that the actors will be able to impart a lot of that knowledge on the actors, right? So that they can know, how do you keep your confidence when you don't feel very confident? You know what I mean? How do you stay focused when you've been booking consistently and then the bookings dry up? How do you know you keep pressing forward? If you're just starting in the process, how do you submit to an agent? People get frustrated because they call and the agents won't talk to them. They'll never talk to you. Send them a picture and hope for the best.
What advice would you have for somebody that comes to Atlanta and they don't get the opportunity to have the success that you have?
I think the opportunities are going to come. I just think most people aren't patient enough to wait for the opportunities, and so there's a timeline in between the time you go after something and the time that it actually happens in which you get that thing you're pursuing, right? So in between that timeline, there's preparation, right? You want to learn as much as you can about the craft that you're pursuing, right? Why are you doing it? I think most people want to be actors because they love the fame, they love the glitz and the glamour, but they don't really want to know the craft of acting.
They don't understand the hard work.
They don't understand it. And so your why is going to dictate and determine how far you go, right? Rejection is just, it just is what it is. But the good thing is when you audition, you're not going to get an email saying you didn't get the job, right? You just don't hear back.
How do you catapult yourself from being just a stand-in to somebody that actually has lines?
So for an example, Jay Ellis, right? They wanted to get somebody that kind of looked like him a little bit. I don't look like Jay Ellis, but apparently the directors and producers felt like I did. But they actually give stand-ins sides, which is a script of whatever episode, they're filming. So they would give me my sides and I would memorize Jay Ellis's, lines. And so I remember a stand-in saying, I don't know why you're memorizing the sides. They're never going to have, they're never going to have second team rehearse. And I said, well, I just want to be ready. And about 2 months later, they actually had second team rehearse because first team, which was the cast, they weren't ready. So they pulled second team in to go over through the scene. And only me and one other young lady was ready. And we were going back and forth. And they realized that, wow, this guy's serious about acting and he's serious about his craft. And they gave me an audition and I booked it. Know your why. Because your why is going to dictate where you go, if this is even for you, right? And then if your why is strong enough and it leads you to actually pursuing acting, then you have to get educated, right? How do I audition? What classes can I take to make me a better actor? When you get a script, you have to know how to break the script down. You have to understand what the objectives are, right? You have to know the mood and the swing and in which the writer is speaking. You have to know the context in which they're speaking, so you know how to approach an audition.
What else do you have to tell the people listening?
So guys, January 21st, Leading Men of Film and Television. Doors open at 7 o'clock, red carpet at 7 p.m. It's not just limited to men. I want women to come. I want young actors to come, older actors, people who are interested in acting, but they haven't, picked up a script yet, right? I want people who are just inspired, want to be inspired and motivated by life to come out to this event. It's going to be hosted by the magnificent Michelle Taylor Willis. And you're going to just find out so much about yourself, not just the industry. Ask questions, come and get to meet new people and know people. And it's going to be an awesome event. And there's going to be some live entertainment. So yeah,
I appreciate it.
And I got to give a shout out to Nabby Roots. We're going to have it actually at their brewery, Atlantucky. So got to give a shout out to them. I'm excited that they have chosen to allow us to use their venue for this magnificent event.
Red carpet opens at 7. The event starts at 8. Everybody's going to be there. Why wouldn't you be there? VIPSOCIO.com to get your tickets.
Make sure you're there. And thank you for joining South Metro TV. We'll see you next time.